transcend, you're no longer one thing. You're nothing. You lose sight of self. You lose sight of everything because now it's just everything is all. It's everything. That's where I'm going with art now. It's everything.
Are you still with him? I'm still with him. Told you what he's gonna do.
I guess that's what happens when you speak what you feel.
No, but you're right on. You're so tapped in, and that's what I love about you. You're so tapped in because I was talking earlier to an author, and he said that the true artist is a creator. You're not trying to follow what's in the paradigm. You're not trying to find the culture. You are truly creating. It's a spiritual experience. And that's what I hear you saying in a different way. But you're saying, yeah, everything you explain, you're saying, yeah, when you talk about the air, when you talk about spirit, you didn't say spirit. But when you talk about the air, when you talk about this flow, when you talk about the openness, when you talk about there are no parameters, there is no box. When we breathe this air, and when we take what we receive here and just give it back out, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about, and that you're going to different places. And I love to think what you talk about these. All right, I have techniques, and we only call them techniques because that's the word in terms of how we explain it.
Right.
But don't put me in the box. That's what this culture does. It puts us in a box. It likes to segment, put us in segments. Put us over here, put us over here. Create a genre. You're this, you're that, and then limit us and create that profit for their benefit, not for our benefit. But when we break all of those and just create, and this is what this YouTube is all about, just so people can understand. It's not like it's been before. And what you feel and what you're sensing is not by chance. Tap into it.
Yeah.
Tap into it. How do you see that having an effect on Newark since you're here? Because I've seen him like walk right in the middle of an open mic. We get it, and he have the joint and just start walking around, just dropping the joint. I was like, and then later I'll be like, when did you write that? He's like, oh, I wrote it like all last night. I wrote like 8 poems or something last night. Remember you told me that time?
Yeah,
I was like,
I remember.
This dude right here. And he's serious. He for real. He be going in. But I just want to add that that's what happens when you begin to release yourself and take off the shackles and just be.
Yes.
There's no time in limited space. I know we say sleep is important, but when you go in, and what I mean by going in, when you make yourself available to whatever is there for you in terms of spirit, the universe, God, whatever you say, it will take your time, and the time, it changes. It doesn't become like time.
Yeah.
Universal time is different.
Yeah.
It's not like looking at your watch. You'll be up 3 o'clock in the morning and don't realize it's 3 o'clock in the morning because you're being poured into.
Yeah. And
then the birds are chirping. You're like, it's 6 o'clock?
That's what happened last night.
But, you see?
The moon was just resonating. And I woke up and I was like, I don't feel like I'm going to end up going to sleep. So I just accepted.
I haven't gotten there yet, y'all.
And it's weird because I feel like the transition that I've made, it's more like becoming this light body. So
you're a light worker.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Wow.
Y'all are next. He's leading the way.
And it's really just showing Newark, break outside of yourself.
Right. Yes. Come on now. Break outside yourself.
Because I realized that as I was seeking the truth, I was seeking myself. And the Gemini in me was like, wait a minute. And then the mind, more so the ego, was like, wait a minute, it can't be this easy. I was so stuck in logic, and I would circle around. And then when I would come back, I'm like, wait a minute, it's me again. And so I think that's what I feel I can bring to Newark, is to show that this is where we are, not here. This is how they get you. Mind control. So it's plugged in, tapped in, not tapped in. And that's where the pulse is, the life, the rhythm. And I think the more that I go inward, the more it just reflects what I need to see on the outside. And so that's art.
And in a real sense, that's what the city of Newark has to do.
Yeah.
They have to go in.
Mm-hmm. That's the only way you can come out.
They have to go in.
Yeah.
And I will further say the way we go in is by going into the heart. The way we go in is what I want to say is through the artist.
Mm.
The artist is we're the soul. We're the soul. Sean Battle gave me this earlier, so it's not by. We are the soulfulness, because he was talking about gentrification, and that gentrification wants to do this, again, very rigid thing and own it all. But the heart and the soul is right here.
Yeah.
It's you and me. It's us talking. It's us tapping into this form. Not people bringing other, not that great structure behind us. No, that's not
because when I look at that, the only thing that really inspired me was the art that they had on the wall. That was the green.
Right. I saw that. I like that too.
And when you have however many square feet that building is, however much space that's taken up, and the one thing that catches you is that one little block.
Tell them.
That's limiting. That's small. That's thinking small.
This is the artist talking about what we consider high technology, high structure, high architecture.
Yeah.
High architecture.
And even when I was speaking with one of the artists from Four Kings, he was telling me it's like circuit boards. And it's just like now they're really just showing you this is the matrix. And when we walked into North Penn Station, we just looked and we said, no, we won't go that way. Because it was just the influx of the nodes just passing. It's like the robots. And then for the longest, it kind of made me think I was going crazy, because I'm standing here and I see everything just going by me. And I'm questioning myself, because I'm looking at the movement and it's like so robotic. And I remember when I was that. And now that I'm out, it's like, wow. And I feel like that's what art did for me. It was like, it took me out. It just yanked me. And it was like, then life became. And then I became. And I'm still becoming. And yeah, I feel like that's the next stage. I think what's happening is everything is reverting back to the source.
Right, I agree.
Where it was the philosophers, it was the artists.
Yes.
It was people such as yourselves that were channeling and becoming the catalyst to bring this out.
Yes, yes. We are the catalyst.
Yeah. You
could say that again. We are the catalyst.
Because you sparked this.
Yeah. Right. And my saying, the digital newspaper I have now is, the artist recreates the world. And I want people to start chewing on that and understanding that it's the artists in various forms. We are the ones that recreate this joint. I don't care what they're building up there. We are tapped in. We have the sciences, because encased in art is all the science, all the philosophy, all the religion. It's all there.
Yeah.
Because we're tapped into what is spirit. We're tapped into the air, whether you believe it or not. It's always been that way. So don't be fooled by the culture. This young man right here is more powerful than what that building that you see behind you. And just because he might not have the dollar bills, or we don't have the dollar bills, the recreation can happen. It can be triggered just by staying in this space. And what I mean by this space, just believing in his intuition and where he needs to go.
And that's the funny thing. That's even what led me here. It was intuition. I've been away from social media for, I think, 2 months now. And I'll just pop in and out. But I won't have any activity. And then I saw you on my timeline. And then I said, I wonder. And I said, I feel like I'll run into him.
Are you serious?
Yes.